Organizations and people are too scared to address the real problem, which is the way the system works, right? So they focus on the little bits and pieces around the edge. Oh, let's push responsibility down the organization for some things, but not other things. Let's what else do they do? Let's have people run these ceremonies, right? We're gonna do a daily. We're gonna have a daily. That'll fix everything, right? But these are the mechanisms, not the thing that you're trying to achieve. You're measuring the wrong thing if you think that having those things is going to result in a different way of doing things. You should be measuring return on investment. You should be measuring profit per team member, right? You should be looking at your feedback loops and your cost to deliver and your mean time to repair and things, your time to learn, right? Closing those feedback loops. You should be measuring what you don't know, right? What does your product not do that it could do that is a market opportunity? And where do you go looking for that information? How do you as a business find that? This stuff is hard. And 70% of all startups, right? 70% of all ideas that people have are going to fail. Easy 70% of ideas are going to fail. In fact, 70% of startups, I bet it's a much higher percentage of ideas because not all ideas manage to convince somebody to give them the money to start the idea in the first place, right? Ideas are the most nebulous one. And if you're building products and you're trying to capture market, you have to be focused on what helps us as a business be as effective as we can be within the context of those markets. And that doesn't come from not having the courage to admit that you need to change more things. So the common one that I see in organizations is that an agile coach comes in. I've been this. I wasn't an agile coach at the time, but my biggest regret. This is my biggest regret in consulting. It's from years ago. I was still wet behind the ears. I wasn't a very sophisticated consultant at the time. This was probably nearly 10 years ago. And a CEO pulled me aside and basically said, look, we've just gone through a major reorganization. And they'd reorganized into silos, by the way, just different sort of silos. And he said, all the things that you're talking about, I was talking about DevOps, seem to be different from the way we've organized ourselves. Do we need to throw all of that out? Because it was very expensive, right? To do that reorg. Reorgs are expensive. Or else don't do reorgs. It's expensive. And do we need to change the way we do things completely? And I said, no. You can change slowly and iteratively towards the thing you want to achieve. And that was a bad answer. The right answer would have been, yeah, rip that band-aid off, disinfect the wound that you just created by changing your organization to even more silos, right, in the wrong direction, and move faster and with less constant pain and suffering and hemorrhaging of money to a resolution, to a different system that enabled you to be more successful. And that is the difficulty, the difficult call that lots of organizations have, is that fundamentally, the reason you can't take advantage of Agile, the reason Agile is so difficult, the reason you've got Agile atrophy in your organization, that people are just like, I can't be bought. Don't mention Agile to me anymore. That kind of attitude is because you've not addressed the changes that need to happen in the way you do business in order for Agile to be successful. It isn't just magically successful. You need to fundamentally change the way you do business at every level in your organization in order to move towards what people are calling agility, right? This agile movement, big A agile or little a agile. But really, it's about your organization systematically and continuously improving its effectiveness in sometimes small jumps, but sometimes you need big jumps to improve that effectiveness. And do you have the courage to make that change? If you want to have a discussion about your unique needs or situation, then please book a call or visit us at nakedagility.com. We also have our immersive and traditional public classes on our website and would love to hear from you.